Hey everybody, this is Yarince Pascual Mateo, your host here at Espera Que. Welcome back to Espera Que, our 9th episode of April the 10th. Well, I'm glad to have y'all here. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different. So we're going to move away from the current madness, brain-melting politics that we are dealing with, and going to the brain-melting madness of gaming politics. Because trust me, if you're online like me, like a lot, you will understand sometimes you just wish you stop. It is maddening. So one thing, huge favorite gamer, love playing video games. I love playing first-person shooters. I love playing MOBAs. I love playing simulations, Minecraft, Satisfactory, Dota 2, League. Right now I'm playing Deadlock, a really fun shooter. I need to get in my Marvel Rivals. There is too many skins I am losing out on. But it is just, I am a huge gamer. But one thing is, I am a Afro-Latino gamer. So anyone who isn't a white male gamer, will attest to, in the gaming community, there are some pockets that it is a pain in the ass to exist in. And I'm not going to lie, I just want to vent about these things. So come along with this dumbass ride about how ridiculous this gaming bullshit is, which, let's do a little history lesson. I believe in 2010, Gamergate was this whole shit show thing. I was like in middle school, I think. It was stupid. It was high school. I remember in high school, I was finally able to understand it even more. It was like some game developer had some nasty relationship with some game journalist, and they had a little tit for tat, and people chose sides, and now it became a whole entire campaign to make sure that anyone who isn't male, white, and straight should be despised and hated and disgusted in gaming wherever they exist. Which, fun fact, a lot of the Gamergate tactics are what modern day Republicans use. It is hilarious to watch from 2010, all the Gamergate bullshit that happening, and then 2016, just Trump and all his friends are just doing that whole exact same racist, sexist bullshit, which, yay. But from that madness, it has been years and years of me in the gaming space and just watching the most insecure crybaby little kids who complain that all their games don't have a white protagonist male, when that's literally 46 out of the 100 games that always comes out, and they just lose their minds out of the 2 or 3 black or woman game they ever see. Games is an art form. Games is movies, painting, it's music, it's voice acting, it's everything combined together to give you an interactive story or a challenge or a picture, or it could be literally anything. Games can be literally anything you, the creator, can create. But it is maddening to be someone in the space who wants to learn and grow in the space, who wants to do more in this space, have to listen some 42-year-old unemployed loser in his basement complain about why the girls doesn't have big old titties from his anime simulation when the game is about apocalyptic horror. I'm not here to goon, which, if you don't know, is just a game. It's a Gen Z way of saying, like, you're a sexual deviant pervert. I'm here to play a game and story. I can it is wild to see people not be able to handle that women come in a very large and wide variety of shapes, types, sizes, color, everything. Like how men do the exact same thing. Like, we're all humans here. Not every single woman needs to be hourglass waist, big titties, big ass, and lips. That is your imagination. That is the caricature that people put in their heads, and they're getting mad and upset that Laura Croft from Tomb Raiders, which her job is to explore tombs and architectural sites and dodge bullets. I don't think she needs like a size G like boob job to make you like the game. The game is more about the puzzles and the fighting and the action. Like the madness. Like currently in the current time and day, the current bullshit excuse for a video game, which it's literally every like 2 weeks there's a new video game they're complaining about. It's AC Shadows, which this has been going on since it was announced a few years back, because AC Shadows is Assassin's Creed, which Assassin's Creed is just this RPG stealth game where you play as Assassin's part of a brotherhood to do all things. It's a long, comprehensive stuff. It's just a fun game. They're coming out with Shadows, which is going to be based in Japan, and they're going to have two main characters. Yasuke, the samurai retainer foreigner who became one of the first foreign samurais in Japan's history and has helped in very influential and major events in Japanese history, and Jinosko, which is a konnichiwa from a ninja town, which she is just doing the self stuff. So Yasuke is the brute. Unike, I can't say her name properly, but she's the ninja. Yasuke is a problem because he is a black man. And these idiots in their heads like, black, wrong. Japan is only white-looking Asian people. Why is there a black man? This is historically inaccurate. When literally every historian says he is real, this has happened. Japanese historians have reckoned him. He is a well-known, beloved figure. He has been in multiple medias. He has been in his own manga and his own anime. Has showed up in other manga and been Easter egged in multiple different things. So he is a known person. I known about Yasuke since I was in high school. He is a known public figure. But black man in game, which is hilarious because they're saying there should be a Japanese player in the game, but that's the ninja. The Japanese lady is the ninja. So you just hate women and can't play a woman, and you just hate black people because you hate black people. And it's just wilding. And it just came out recently, and it's doing numbers because most of the normies and most of the people, it's like Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed. I love playing Ezio. I love Altair. This is really fun. I get to play a samurai. I get to play a ninja. I have a fun and interesting story. They are having good things. But all the anti-woke, which that is their name now, used before is like the Gamergate losers, and then now it's just Chuds, and then they're the anti-woke crowd, which is like Grums, Asmongold. These are like horrible, disgusting human beings who just waste their way on Twitter or on Twitch just complaining about other people's happiness, which that's literally all they do. People are talking about it, and they're trying to act like this is not happening, that this is not real, that this is all paid promotion, when it gets even better and better and better. Like, I haven't played it, and sadly, I don't have the rig to play it. It is way too new tech for my PC, and I need to save up to upgrade that for that game. But after watching reviews and gameplay, it looks like a fun game. And maybe in the future, when I can get a better system, I'll get it and have fun with it. But wow, it is forced hate. So they're complaining about Steam numbers, which Steam is the PC platform for PC gamers to get games and all that fun stuff. He's complaining about the concurrent players, people who are currently playing it, saying that there's massive dips in the middle of the night. People go to sleep at night. The reason why there's not many gamers at night is because they're sleeping. You know that, right? He's talking about how they don't have high numbers. They have 46,000 people playing the game right now. And that's on PC. That's not including Xbox, not including PlayStation, not including any other of the other consoles that it has shown up on. It is just Steam. And trust me, you're not looking at it. They are trying to complain about the 2-hour-long credits, which you can skip, speed through. Also, it's credits. They're just putting everybody in there. Everything has credits. They are finding the smallest and pathetic things to nitpick and not actually play the game and enjoy it. And that's the disheartening thing in gaming. There is too much hate. There is too much disgust for my existence, for others' existence, for anyone who isn't white, straight, male existence in gaming. And trust me, that isn't all gaming. Trust me, it isn't all gaming. Most gamers, I've been to cons, I've been to LAN parties, I've been to events. Most gamers are decent human beings who just want to connect, have a community, play video games together, learn things, and do real fun things. But sadly, even though I've been to all these events, I still know there are always going to be those one or two guys who genuinely believe that the only thing they have with them is their white skin and that they are male, and act like we must grovel and believe that they are someone's we should worship just because they played video games as well. Well, thank you everybody for listening to Espera Que. Thank you for being here for me. I'm your host, Yarince Pascual, Mateo. I hope you are listening to us here in any of our major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, whatever. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, and hey, let's survive this 2025.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you, everybody, for watching our show. Well, listening if you're on our major podcast platforms on Spotify and Apple. I'm your host, Yarince Pascual Mateo. Thank you so much for enjoying hearing my annoying voice, and hope you'll have a wonderful 2025. It's going to be a long one.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Hey, everyone. This is Christian and Jenny from the Coffee and Pandusi Show. We hope you're enjoying Espera Que with Yarince. It's a great show. Also, I want to remind you to join our show as well, Coffee and Pandusi, every Wednesday at 10 o'clock on your favorite podcast platform. And Jenny's show, Two Queers in a Truck.
Absolutely.
Every Wednesday at 11:30.
2025 is our 2025. If I can get it out right without sounding like I'm five. We've got two wonderful shows that have joined the family of shows that we've done for 6 to 8 seasons. Yeah. And Yarince is a wonderful host, who's a wonderful guest host with Coffee, and a wonderful young man with a lot of great vision and insight. Looking forward to seeing his episodes flourish. And as always, thanks for listening. Otherwise, Christian and I would be just talking to ourselves.
That's right, and we do.
We do. Doesn't keep us from doing that now.
That's right. Enjoy the show, y'all. Bye.
Hello, everybody. This is your host, Yarince Pascual Mateo of the show Espera Que. We're going to have a long, crazy year, and that ruins it. It scares away newcomers. It makes people feel uncomfortable. It makes people really don't like the hobby they want, because the only people and friends they can make are just people who think saying the N-word or talking about rape is a joke. I'm here to have fun playing Minecraft. Minecraft's coming out with the ability to have flying gas. So for all my non-Minecraft people, gas are a mob, which their backstory after what's revealed from the Minecraft update is horribly traumatizingly sad, but we can finally ride them and have fun parties. People are going to do Minecraft wars with that. I want to have fun doing that. All the creative things I can do from all the imaginative game developers who are working their butts off to make us great games. All the fun things we can do. But it kind of ruins it when you let your insecurity, your projection, your hate, your bigotry be your whole entire personality and just not enjoy the game. And that's ruining it for a lot of us. Women can't really play in games and have their voice chat, because the second someone finds out they're a woman, they're going to say the most outrageous and disgusting thing ever, either because that is the first time they ever heard a woman in their life and they can't handle themselves, or they genuinely are just a psychopath and think that is okay to just say things. Because it is wild to me that there was a Twitch streamer who died in Japan because some guy was upset that she rejected him after he spent thousands of dollars on her stream. And there's people defending him, saying that he spent that amount of money. Why isn't she putting out? I'm like, she's doing her Twitch stream. You're telling me that all the male streamers have the right to be killed by any born woman who spent thousands of dollars too? Because I know damn well all of them will be crying, complaining, and feeling threatened when they never even had a girl in their life. This is bad. And this attitude and disgust is hurting us. It is ruining a great community and is scaring away potential potential new games, new systems, new ideas, just because a small group of losers just want to feel special, and a lot of people don't care of pushing them out instead of doing something. That's my little rant with gaming and all that stuff. But I just have to say is that video games is something I love, something I care about, something I want to build and work on and do the best I can, because it is such a beautiful art, being able to use math, numbers, electricity, literally things, my imagination to create my own world and tell my own story. Because the only defining thing that all humans have is that we are all imaginative. Yeah, even the really dumb ones, they are all imaginative. And we all have interesting and fun stories to tell. But if you can't handle a different story, what do? You shut the fuck up and leave. You don't need to buy the game. You don't need to look at the videos. Most likely you're leaving because you're a bigoted piece of shit. But if you're going to act like this and throw a tantrum and throw threats and threaten people and actually kill someone just because they didn't do what you wanted them to do because you think your white skin and penis gives you the right to control anyone who is in gaming, get the fuck out. That's how it is. Because that's how fandoms die. That's how you scare off people. That's how you ruin people's lives. Because your hate is only eating you and making it worse for all of us. And it's disgusting. Genuinely disgusting. I remember in high school, I wanted to play a friend with a female friend back then. I told him, hey, let's play this game. You can be in voice chat and stuff. And the first time she heard that, she said, no, I don't want that. No, it is horrible. And that is the first time I am just reminded that, wow, my experience as a male is completely different than a female. Because here's the thing. They can't tell my race. Obviously, you can't really tell anyone's race by their voice. A black police officer tricked David Duke, the KKK Grand Wizard, to give out evidence, and he thought he was a white man. It was Black Klansman. Denzel Washington's son was the main character. Really good movie. Watch it if you can. But it's just that I hear just people saying the most misogynistic and racist shit in gameplay, and I'm like, dude, get off if your blood pressure is this high. Like, if you are sucking that bad, getting mad doesn't make you better. It makes you worse. You're more anxious. You're more stressed. You're more losing yourself. And every small mistake you do makes your stress even more and make you angrier. Yelling out slurs is not going to help the situation. So as Chris told me that, can they be blocked? Which, yes, they can be blocked. But here's the thing. Blocking is somewhat not useful sometimes. Blocking as a tool in any social media site is an essential thing. If someone say blocking should not exist, they are fucking lying to your goddamn face. Because blocking protects people from horrible harassment and from people doing the most nastiest thing. But in gaming and stuff, when you're playing a co-op game where it's a team game, you're forced to work and communicate with that person. And if you block them, if your other teammates are actual reliable and good people, you can ignore them, do good, report them at the very end, and most games will get rid of them. Because one running joke of these chuds who complain about that everybody's too sensitive, no one can handle COD lobbies. COD lobbies were hilarious and ruthless because people were at each other's throats just to get better. It wasn't funny because of all the N-words they were saying and all the other slurs they were saying. It was good because people were instigating and people were getting revved up and people were just having fun gaming and saying the funniest shit. But calling people slurs, throwing a hissy fit because you got nuked, being a horrible person, that little imagination of COD lobbies, that has died out because most people didn't like that. That's why most games did their best to really put the hammer down on very toxic people. League of Legends, the most toxic game you can ever think of. MOBA in general, like Dota 2, League of Legends, Might. Right now I'm playing Deadlock, which is a third-person MOBA game. They are toxic plays because it is a huge skill ceiling, and you gotta work your butt off to be good at this game and to be ranked high. But I'm not gonna lie, it attracts some of the most basement dwelling, smelliest, bigoted losers you can find. And they will use whatever excuse to throw a slur whenever it is their fault they are dying and feeding in game. Because trust me, it is even proven by the science. The more low skill, pathetic players are the ones who say the most outrageous stuff, while the most high skill people don't give a shit and just play the damn game. So that's how it is. And when it comes to blocking and stuff like that, you can report, block. And when I was playing Dota, I had the ability to just avoid players so they will never queue me with them ever in that game. I advise that in other games. And they are working their butts off to stop it. But it isn't a catch-all. And some people are just too persistent. And they are the worst, because the horror stories of many Twitch streamers, gamers, YouTubers, everything of the stalking, especially from the women, because the amount of women who have to be looking behind their back and buying security just because they are a Twitch streamer is ridiculous. And I know there's going to be some butthurt losers who are going to be talking in this comment saying, like, what about the women? They're acting up too. It isn't all men. Buddy, yeah, there are some shitty women. And guess what other women do when those shitty women do those horrible things? They call them out and tell them that they're trash and kick them out. Let's do it with our own. Stop complaining about the women. They will handle it. They can handle themselves. They've shown time and time again they have. You are the problem. And and those who feel upset that I am attacking them when I call out this horrible behavior, you're the person I'm talking about. If I'm not the person you're talking about, you don't get mad. You don't act like that is me. You don't be upset that people are sick and tired of having to deal with some loser try to do his horrible dark comedy routine, which is all he's doing is calling anyone the N-word whenever he thinks he's funny. Hey everybody, thank you so much for being at our show today. I hope you had fun watching it on YouTube or listening to it on Spotify or in any major podcast platforms. Thank you for listening to our show. I am your host, Yarince Pascual, Mateo, and I hope you'll have a wonderful 2025. Because it's going to be a long one.
Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying Espera Que with Yarince, and I apologize for stumbling over the name. It's the first time that I've talked about the show, and I'm excited to talk about it as we are offering, and you will see on our media pages, we're adding a lot of new shows that have nothing to do with me, but I'm here to talk about it because I'm kind of the company's spokesperson, I guess, or mascot, depending on the day. But anyway, it's a new, exciting, hip new show. I don't know if the kids use the word hip, but I do because I'm old. And anyway, it's getting the Latin Hispanic perspective, but from somebody much younger, from a Gen Z participant that is a young activist in our community. And Yarince's been on many of our shows in the Two Queers and Coffee family. And we look forward to hearing his opinions and thoughts. And I find this show probably one of the most interesting new shows. So check it out. It's available on our family of networks. And just like Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, as normal, all the same bat channels and all the same bat time. Come find us on Wednesday. There's something to watch every week. Anyway, thanks for listening as always, and we'll see you next week.
Hey everybody, this is Yarince Pascual Mateo, your host of Espera Que. Well, I hope y'all are having a good start of your 2025 because we're going to have a fun, long year listening to the news. It's just that is the maddening place of the politics of gaming. And I'm not gonna lie, it had collided a little bit on March 26th, which this is a whole time story. I already talked about this before. Elon Musk tried to say he is the best Path of Exile player to player, which has been proven by himself by playing live streaming how shitty he is, not collect pretty much not using filters to collect certain items he should get while dropping all the horrible items, not knowing how to use his spells, not knowing how to move, not even using the shortcuts in gaming, which most of my shortcuts in gaming is just easy, just near thing, press shift, that. They're doing some crazy ass shortcuts for Path of Exile. I can't even get to that level. And he was fumbling the bag because anyone with any gaming salt can tell he is an ass gamer. Well, Grums, one of those 60-year-old neckbeards who spend their life doing Twitter, which, trust me, this Grums, if you ever look up who he is, not a good guy. He is shitty. He's just wasting his life being upset that people like video games while acting like he's a video game journalist, which is ridiculous. Well, he is doing his whole AC Shadows doing horrible, and he was taking a shot at Hazanabi. Hazanabi, he is a big Twitch streamer, and he was talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows, how he's having fun. So Grumps accused Hazanabi of being a terrorist because, you know, racist bigots always see an Arab person, they always call him a terrorist. That's how they always work. And Hazanabi couldn't just 1-2 punch that loser with AC. Before that happened, Elon Musk came in and backed Grums and saying that Hazanabi is a coward and a loser, which Hazanabi said, hey, buddy, I blocked you because I don't want to listen to your stupid face, which if you still have the Twitter app, which delete it, because trust me, I don't trust that app anymore. Don't trust that app. Delete it. Elon Musk always, his posts are the most notifications you will get. You block that shit. And Hazanabi called him onto his stream, which, trust me, he is threatening to bring in Elon's daughter, which she left that piece of sack of shit because he's a transphobic person who won't respect her identity and treat her as a human being, and bring on Grimes, which Grimes on multiple occasions has shown how much of a horrible father Elon is and how he is such a coward not facing her and giving her kids back. Because he may be the richest man in the world, but he is not a father. There is multiple videos of that loser just letting that poor child walk alone, walk down steps off of an airplane by himself, walk down a stage all by himself. He is a horrible father, and I wouldn't be surprised if Hazanabi was able to get Grimes on the show to get to just air out everything, because not gonna lie, he deserves it. But after that, AC Shadows just came in and just knocked them with another one, just mocking them even more. It's just that a lot of these insecure losers, they are just looking for attention. And if you just show them how stupid they are, how pathetic they are, how insecure they are, because they were mocking Elon Musk for his Path of Exile things. Like AC Shadows talking about how Elon Musk can't say shit about his Path of Exiles. Everybody knows that. Like, Elon Musk has lost all privilege in gaming to ever say anything because of how egregious it is that he paid to just rank up on one of the hardest games for such a stupid and pathetic lie. It is impossible. It is like levels of my dad works at Microsoft, I will ban you on Xbox bullshit lie from a not from high school, from a elementary school playground. Most gamers, if they heard that from you, they will just walk the other way and never even give you anything. They will just disappear in your life because they're not putting up with someone that pathetic. They will be so insecure and lie about that. So I'm not going to lie. Gaming is my passion. Gaming is my love, and I love it. And it is maddening to watch it go into flames just because a lot of people are saying it ain't about the gaming, it's just about the hate. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to be a pessimist about that. I know there is gamers. I see a lot of great game developers on TikTok talking about their skills, talking about their stuff. And it's good to see people like me, women in it, queer people in it, black people, anyone. It is people in gaming because it is an art and everyone has full freedom to do and create whatever they want. as much as the racists want to create their own racist games of Yosuke Simulator, where they do the racist little lie. They say like, "Oh, great, another game where I play a black guy killing a bunch of people." Which, yeah, sure, you care about that. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Yeah, it was an ass game, and people can complain about Ubisoft because there is good things to complain about Ubisoft. Microtransactions, being greedy assholes, not treating the developers with the respect they are owed. Because they are the artists. They're the one who creating this art. They should be getting most of the profits, not Ubisoft. But just because the artists did their work and decided to tell a story about a black man in Japan, a black man that existed in Japan, they get mad at them and not the corporation working them as dogs. So, if you are a gamer and if you are a decent human being, learn some digital literacy. Actually get some critical thinking. Actually have empathy. Because for you to make a good game, you need those 3 skills. Not one, because trust me, programming's a bitch. You need those 3 things to understand. Critical thinking to fix those goddamn bugs, and empathy to feel for your other programmers and have some heart so you can get some help. Because trust me, it is a bitch. And it's just, as a gamer, for you to enjoy the art, you need to critically think. BioShock, one of the most critically thinking political games, about a story about like the whole entire sweat of our brow, Ayn Rand ideology, and how it just devolves into madness and how capitalism is just evil. Fallout 4, the Fallout show built off of all the crazy ideologies of Fallout 4, of how American life changes after a nuclear fallout, and how all our madnesses, all our hate, all our bigotry, all our greed, everything will just create crazy, wacky enclaves of just craziness of people just fighting over rubble. It is fun. It tells a great story. It makes you think. It makes you feel. It makes you actually think about our real world. Hideo Kojima coming out with Death Stranding or Metal Gear Solid. Great movies, great video games just explaining. They're essentially movies, I'm not going to lie. Great video games that if you critically think and care about the characters, you understand the great political drama they're explaining and about how those in power just abuse us and we need to stand up. And if you don't want to do that and still be a bigoted piece of crap because you want to feel funny or cool or smart or manly man, buddy, you're making a mockery of us, gamers. You're making a mockery of everything. Like Elon Musk buying himself that Path of Exile 2 account and trying to act like he's the greatest ranking thing. He was thinking he was going to get friends. He was thinking he's going to be cool. All that showed was he's just an embarrassment. All it show is he will just lie. And he is the richest man in the world. How is you yelling slurs and scaring off every woman in your presence going to make you cool when the richest man in the world being caught in a secondhand lie about lying about his video game easily destroyed his credibility in a night? It is pathetic. And if you are a true gamer, I know, no true Scotsman's fallacy, but trust me, I'm not calling anyone who acts like a bigoted piece of shit a gamer. You're just a bigoted piece of shit. If you are a true gamer, you actually enjoy the art, you actually enjoy the humanity and care and love in it. There was a new game. Let me see. What was it? It Takes Two. It's from the developer of It Takes Two, which it is a co-op game. You and a friend, you play 2 characters and stuff. The creator came out with a new game based off of his 2 daughters. I'm trying to remember what it's called. The newest game that came out, which, my God, my computer is so slow. Hazel Light Studios. Split Fiction. Yes. So a new game came out, Split Fiction. It is about 2 authors, one fantasy, one sci-fi, being kidnapped by a evil publishing group to steal all their stories, and it's up to them to work together to go through all their stories to escape from this evil VR they were forced into and get their stories back. They're complaining about it because the two characters are women. Buddy, have you seen the gameplay? The sci-fi tracks are fun, hot messes where you are just struggling to run through lasers in a bike chase while you're doing a freaking Google capture on a phone at the same time. One player running the bike while the other person's trying to get the phone deactivated before they blow up. That is fun. They have fun little fantasy stories of a cute cat turning into a huge, like, Siberian tusk, man-eating tiger, and it's just a fun fight scene. It's a good story, and you're upset that the creator of the game based it off of the gender, had the characters the same gender as his daughters, the people he based the game about. That is why people hate this type of behavior. That is why people hate hearing all these racist and homophobic and misogynistic shit. You're literally ignoring the beauty of the art just because you care more about people hearing how much of a hateful person you are. If you are someone who wants to get into gaming, and if you want to grow and be in the gaming community, do it. It is fun. It is great. And I'm going to work my ass off to have a voice in there and have fun and work hard in there. But there will be hard times, and you need to stand tall and push back against those hateful bricks. And for those hateful bricks, learn to change. Because the reason why you're maidenless, the reason why you're penniless, the reason why you have no friends, the reason why no one likes you, the reason why everybody just does not want to sit next to you isn't because of your sweat disorder. It isn't because you have a horrible eating this, just because you're fat. It isn't because you're ugly. It is because every day you wear your bigoted, shitty soul on your sleeve and act like that is a badge of honor that people need to praise to. Just because you think your hate, that little mask of hate, is going to get you someone, ain't going to be the reality. And if you actually want to be accepted in this community, you will actually listen, shut the hell up, and learn that you're just being a hateful person, or just be remembered as the loser that no one talks to. This is Yarince. This is Espera Que. I had my fun talking about gaming. Most likely I will talk more about gaming news and stuff like that if there's any updated cool stuff that I want to talk about it, or any political stuff. But I'm not going to lie, for all my fellow gamers, be out there, make some great art, have some fun, and tell some great stories. And all for the hateful chuds, you can either become a decent human being or not. And I don't care at the end of the day, because I will never see you in my life. And I will make sure that if I do have to hear you, I will punch you in the face. I already yelled at fascists last week. I will gladly punch you in the face if you side with them too. So, have a good time. Have a good day. And thank you for listening to my annoying voice. Hope y'all have a good day, and see ya. Thank you, everybody, for coming by and listening to this gaming focus episode. Hope to do these more in the future. Our next episode will be on April the 17th, and hope to see y'all soon. We are on all major platforms, Spotify, Apple TV, YouTube, and hope to hear from y'all. Please comment, talk, and for the chuds, it is for you. You can change, or you can continue being the shitty yourselves you are. Bye.